So when I say the word Oprah Winfrey, what comes to your mind? Well, don't forget to tell me in the comments what came to your mind. And when I asked the same question to my friends, one of the most recurring words which came through was success. And I wasn't even surprised to hear that. Actually, I was reading Oprah's biography by Kitty Kelley, and I was amazed to see the successful journey she has had over decades. And another thing which really stuck with me was the fact that how Oprah used her weaknesses, her vulnerabilities, and shared that quite openly in her daytime program, which really made her a household name. Not only that, when she saw that a lot of changes were happening in the media industry and a lot of threats coming her way potentially, she changed the game for herself and made herself this successful person that she is today. And that gave me an idea that why don't I apply the same model to myself and perhaps share it with you as well, where we're going to identify our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats and see how we can really improve ourselves going forward. You want to learn more? Stay tuned. Hi everybody, this is Dr. Samreen. I'm a full-time academic in the UK and I'm making these YouTube videos about the things which I have learned over the time and I'm just sharing with you through these videos. Albert Humphrey, who was a business consultant at Stanford, came up with this business strategic tool in the 1960s called SWOT analysis. Now, there are some debates where, some people don't agree with the fact that he was the one who came up with the model, but for the sake of argument, we're going to stick to this fact. So he came up with this model called SWOT, where SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. If you've ever been a business student, you would definitely have seen this model, studied it, and also applied it on businesses of all kinds and sizes. But in this video, we're going to apply these models on ourselves. Grab your pen or paper, or perhaps your smart devices, whatever you use, and let's see how well do we know ourselves. Are you ready? First step to analyze ourselves is to know our strengths. And also this is one of the questions which is asked quite normally in the job interviews, that for example, what are you really good at? Or tell us your qualities, or what are your strengths? And these are those qualities which we are kind of hearing about throughout our lives when you're growing up, from your family, friends, or perhaps when you went to school, college, university, or at your job. And these could be the things, it could be about your writing skills, it could be about your listening skills, teamwork skills, communication skills, interpersonal, so on and so forth. So the main thing here is really to know what you're really good at. And never think that, oh, it's a very small thing I'm good at. You never know, because those small things may take you to the heights in the future. So list down what are you really good at, because trust me, these days you are paid for every single thing. If you're good at listening, you have a job. If you're good at writing, you definitely have a job. Whatever your skills are, and you're good at those skills, you have a job ready already. So first of all, it's important for us to understand what we're really good at before we move on. And if you struggle to identify your strengths, there's a really good book by Marcus Buckingham with the name Now Discover Your Strengths. I'll definitely recommend you read it so that you can have a better idea how to identify your strengths. The next one is weaknesses. It could be a bit tricky to talk about our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities, or the things we are not really good at. But trust me, it's always that first step to acknowledge what we are not really good at so that we can improve. So for example, in my case, sometimes it's difficult for me to manage my time efficiently. Although I do an okay job, but I'm not super satisfied with my own effort. So for me, the first step is to understand and acknowledge that, okay, I have this weakness and I have this flaw, so that I can take steps going forward to improve that flaw. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the mindset. How do we really tackle with difficult situations, challenges, or weaknesses? It's all up in here. So the better we use our mind to understand the situation and try to improve ourselves, the better it is for us. Now the third is the opportunity. Now here you may question how you can really identify the opportunities. And for that, I would say, keep your eyes and ears open. And you can only do that if you're able to keep and maintain your strengths. And equally, you're able to improve your weaknesses so that you can keep an eye on the outside to see what are the things available for you and what are those opportunities for which you can really take benefit from. And this book called Thinking Fast and Slow really talks about the fact that how we need to emphasize on taking the opportunities and thinking strategically and making those right decisions for ourselves. And the final one is threat. You need to sit down and think and reflect about those things which could be potentially a cause for damage or concern for you in the future. Somebody is working in tech industry. There's so much chatter about ChatGPT, generative AI these days that those people are really struggling and are frightened that they might lose their jobs. In that situation, those people need to keep themselves open to various opportunities so that before the threat hits them, they can convert into an opportunity for themselves. And talking about this model, you would have realized by now that your strengths and weaknesses are internal to you. As in, these two factors are within your control. So of course, you can work to maintain your strengths and make them even better. And of course, you can help yourself to improve those weaknesses which you have identified. However, the other two components are external, which means that threats and opportunities are something which are beyond your control. And the only thing which you can do really is to prepare yourself better so that when those things happen, you can tackle them in a better way. Bonus tip. So in this video, I'm also providing you a free template which you can download and apply to yourself and identify your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Don't forget to let me know how did it go. Well, that was today's video. I really hope that you were able to analyze yourselves. Don't forget to tell me in the comment section what was the most difficult for you to identify and what was the easiest. With that, take really good care of yourself and I'll see you next time. Bye.